Hi, folks. For Mama Finds today, let's talk about the FDA moving to ban about 8 artificial or synthetic petroleum derived food dyes. Now, these food dyes are found mostly in our foods, but they're also found in things that we don't typically think about, such as the medications that we use for our children. The reason this is very important is because these food dyes have been associated with an increased risk in attention and behavioral disorders in children. Now, while these bans don't take effect immediately, as with all things, they take years to take effect. What you can do in the meantime is choose products, especially medications, for your little ones that do not have these dyes in them. Now, of course, while your little one is sick with a fever or screaming in pain, you're not going to be necessarily thinking, oh, let me make sure it doesn't have a dye in it. You want to make sure you take care of your little one first. However, if you can prepare ahead of time and have these medications in hand, then try to choose ones that do not have these synthetic dyes in them. If your little one is able to take pills, then a good choice will be pills because they usually don't have a lot of dyes in them. This Tylenol is not a good example because it does have FDA and C red dye in it, but you can look for Tylenol that does not have the red dye. And the red dye comes from just being able to write Tylenol on it. So you could look for a generic that does not necessarily use a dye to write the inscription of the medication on the tablet. Now, what I've been using lately for my baby who is having some teething pain is to give him a little bit of this ibuprofen or Motrin. And this is the dye-free ibuprofen that I found on Amazon. You can find it in stores or you can find it online. Just make sure that it says dye-free. You can see that it is colorless, so it's just a nice blank color, and it doesn't have any of those popping red or popping blue dyes that a lot of medications do have. Am I happy with the rest of the inactive ingredients on here? Not all of them. However, I know that taking out the dye is one small step towards helping to prevent my baby from getting even more toxic ingredients in his body. And if you're an adult and you're also using things like Altoids, just remember that they are artificially colored with red dye, and none of this is healthy or normal or natural for human consumption. So those are little things that you can look at in your purse, in your pantry, in your medicine cabinet that might have these artificial dyes in them that you can eliminate from your life and therefore have a little bit less petroleum and a little bit less synthetic toxic substances in your body and in your little ones' bodies. But I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Please make good choices and may God bless you.